It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. Coming up next.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
That one caught by all, the tight end. Down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got this down to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And Burrow going to throw again. He'll buy some time right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Gun.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Here we go.
They'll send the receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. Out to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And that right there has to be one of the toughest plays for a quarterback. I mean, he rolled left, threw it all the way back to the right side, maybe a little ill-advised.
That was very simply a no, he did not do that, did he? Yes, he did, because he went all the way to one side, threw it all the way back against the grain, and was successful.
Yeah, I guess when it's a touchdown, probably won't hear many complaints in the film room.
Now, he'll get a plus on his grade sheet, but also get a little note, don't do that again.
Be careful. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold them just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. On the return is Williams. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half.
On 1, ready?
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's football 101, isn't it? Tip your cap to the rookie. He knocked that one away, but he better not relax. They're going to test him all game long.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks. 2nd and 15. Burrow will throw. Oh, he stays up. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed, that time. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and a yard. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, nice move. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's a second and 8. Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here's third and a few inches. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
On one, ready?
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Burrow. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The sack there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on the punt for the Bengals. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And out and out come the Eagles. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Still going inside the 20. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now it's Burrow. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
Let's get set.
Here's Burrow. Well, that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Here we go, here we go. Back.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Steps away. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are able to widen their advantage. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, That's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Breaks through the contact. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the 1st half.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
In punt formation for the Eagles.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We saw a strong 1st half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
draw for Cincinnati.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
In motion right is Smith. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Still going inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Great.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special team
on for the extra point.
Hey, bring it. Bronco switch. Unlock line.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Sheds off the tackle. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and a yard.
No touch that. No touch.
Goes right back to Smith again. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Here's 2nd and 7.
No touch that. No touch that. No touch.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now this is fielded in the end zone, and he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Here we go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Burrow will throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one to finally knock him on the ground and force him incomplete.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, But I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
No touch that. No touch that.
Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Oh, look at the juke. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jake Elliott readies for the field goal try. He was originally drafted by the Bengals. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Gun.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On 1, ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andre Yoshivas, 54 yards. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
On 2.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. He lost 6 there on the first down play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Chase, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is caught inside the 5. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. In the backfield by himself is Brown, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well, wide to the left, and this will remain an 11-point spread. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And Dotson, he's got it. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Hurts will throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis, we welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's the rookie from Alabama, Will Reichard, ready to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Offense.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Second down and 4. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action. It's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Henry up the middle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry from 17 yards out. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens, and it's coming up next.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off from Baltimore. Deontay Hardy to return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Man in motion here. Lamar off the play fake. Andrews with the catch. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
New set of downs for him from the 46. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. He's contained at the line for no gain. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Lamar now from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it, because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's Lamar. Aguilar with the grab. And he's brought down for a loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is gonna go for 60 plus. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately...
And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 24 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Catch made by Chase Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't won't connect on first. It's second down. To throw again, it's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Now with the play clock low, Zach Taylor hurriedly calls a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
On 1, ready?
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. So no return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Finds Aguilar. Juke the defender. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He has it at the 13. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it'll be Bengals football. The Bengals all set to go for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt.
Here we go.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flag. Play action now. Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On point, ready?
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Burrow from the gun. Higgins makes the catch. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. The flag makes this third down and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki.
Gets that money down. That third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense.
Oh, and it's a fake. Punter with the football. Wait for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finds his man, it's Rashad Bateman. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Now Jackson off the play action. Into the hands of Likely. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Bateman, the motion man left. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. This finds Likely. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get the game's first points here in the second. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Okay, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. And we'll see how this plays out the rest of this half with none remaining.
Here we go.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go, here we go.
Another try following the sack. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in.
That is all-out effort to make the catch, putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception and some more targets in the immediate future.
One, ready?
So now here's 3rd and 5. Burrow back to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Burrow picking up the pace. And they're going for this. He connects downfield on 4. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. but now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Here we go.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Burrow setting to throw. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Burrow. And once again, they can't connect. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So that brings up 4th and long.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still 4th down.
On now comes their punter. And we expect to kick, but keep an eye out. They could give him redemption for the earlier fake attempt.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Penalty hurts them, but they're still going for it here on 4th. Finds his man Chase. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And with a half of football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Got to think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. 1st and 10 from the 41. They are throwing it again. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
On 1, ready? Here we go.
Now Burrow. But it winds up incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. They'll send out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Taken in by Likely. And he'll go down at We'll say right at the 39-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. Sending a tight end in motion left. First down throw for Jackson. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Offense to the line for second down.
Hey, Alpha, sit on. Hey, sit on. Sit on.
Trying again, following the sack. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, but he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. It's the Ravens facing a 3rd and 6. They put Flowers in motion right. Jackson now on 3rd. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 now from the 30. Lamar now from the gun. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
This is one of those plays, Kate. I could just hear defensive buzzwords. Pursue, effort, run him down. Just a total effort defensively to knock that running back right out of bounds and put a negative yardage mark on the stat sheet.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. Third down coming. And again, it's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Staring at fourth down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Bullock's kick is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals with one final possession now in our opening half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break.
Here we go.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come
Delay of
out.
game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion left. He's back to throw. Completes this one to Chase. Rolling into enemy territory. Up to the races, middle of the field. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. And the kick is good, so they take some valuable points off that lead right at the end of this half. So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports. The Ravens were led in that first half by who else? The former MVP, Lamar Jackson. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over.
Here we go.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Burrow from the gun. caught. Nice gain left side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
First down, Cincinnati.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, Burrow to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Burrow out of the shotgun. Nabbed along the sideline by Higgins. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
This one taken in by Chase. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. If only every game could go like this for him, right? He's been fed targets, and it seems like he's not just been able to bring them in, but he's been making good things happen every time he gets that football.
I'm having Marvin Harrison flashbacks right now, Kate. Being on the sidelines, watching that guy work, and in games like this, moments like this, where you can't feed him enough because that defense just simply has no answers.
And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called,
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
No change to the call on the field. That play is going to remain a touchdown. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Another shot at this extra point here. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Now they'll try the extra point again. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Return coming from the 14. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. Into the hands of Likely. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now Jackson off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Middle, middle.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41, he's got Andrews. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And
On 1, ready?
good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. This is brought in at the 15. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game.
Ravens 10. McPherson to kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hardy on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Returned it. Sit up.
Play fake. Jackson. He rolls to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. This is Henry on 2nd. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Give him a yard back on the play. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw, Jackson. Looking for a target. He puts some power on a deep one left. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. He fields it cleanly. Breaks the tackle, still going. And you'll love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40. Outstanding 28-yard return on that kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Bengals ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining.
On 1, ready?
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Finds his man, Chase. And they get this down to the 28. I'm just going to go out on a limb, partner, and say that this defense is probably pretty tired of having to deal with this guy by this point.
Tired or exhausted?
Both?
Yes. Yeah, they don't have an answer. And when you've got an elite guy like this, no matter what you throw at him and he delivers, man, it puts you to sleep.
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close.
On 2.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still 3rd down.
Gun.
Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
On 1, ready?
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw, Burrow. The back grabs it. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result. They'll try the extra point one more time. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hardy on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Baltimore running its offense out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They've got first down from the 31.
180.
From the gun, Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Motioning one of the tight ends. First down, here's Lamar. Gets this one to Andrews. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Hey, Alpha, sit on. 180. What is it?
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Taken in by Likely. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up first and 10. It's an option to the left side, and he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Alpha, sit on. 180. What is shot?
Lamar now from the gun. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. And the Bengals bring it out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Lamar throwing again. He's on the move. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens cut the lead down to 10. This one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The visitors and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach.
On 1, ready?
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They send a tight end in motion.
Here we go. Time.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here we go.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Start.
Burrow from the gun. Completes this one to Chase. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Bengals with a 10-point advantage. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Play clock down to 0, and the
Delay
flags
game,
come out.
Offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing is Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. figure out this third down here. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. And on fourth down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Kid, any way you look at it, any script you were going to write for a comeback, it started with the field goal. They had to have that right there, and they don't. So you can rip up that script. Not sure there's enough time remaining to find a way to win.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Into the hands of Likely. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. That's taken in by Henry. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Von Bell takes it away. And the Bengals are finally tackled on the return after taking it all the way back to the opposing 40.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideout. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a 2-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
And again, Brock, the play clock expires. What is going on down there?
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still first down.
Wow, again they don't snap it before the play clock runs out.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down.
Stop.
It's victory formation the rest of the way for the Bengals, who take a knee. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Gun.
Lining up to take a knee on second down.
Gun.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And, partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a pair of teams who fought multiple times in the Super Bowl. It's the Niners and the Bengals on Sunday Night Primetime.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Welcome, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward calling this contest for you. And right now, we're putting the secondaries on notice because we have a couple of wide receiver rooms, not just dudes, rooms that contest every level of a defense.
Yeah, it's more than just the headliner, right? We know the top options, but for these offenses, it's the depth at the wide receiver room that's such a big deal. If you overcommit to the biggest playmaker, a couple other players, well, they could hit you down the field just as easily. And with how both offenses love to mix up their routes and looks in the passing game, you better buckle up in the secondary.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
First play, he's going to throw. Purdy. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of
35 on the pickup. And that's a 49er first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Third and a lone yard coming up. From the gun is Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's brought down for a loss.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Fourth down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. Moody knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, the timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still first down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Burrow out of the shotgun. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
On point, ready?
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow setting to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd and long. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
Fair catch called for and made a little shy of midfield. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the 49ers are set up quite well for their next possession. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Reeled in by George Kittle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. McCaffrey gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers stretch their early lead to 9. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time.
Here we go.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he...
For 1st down. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow to the air now. Buys time, rolling right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Start.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On one, ready?
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Burrow. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Start.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. That's Gesicki, he's got it. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Start.
From the red zone now. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Forced out to his right. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Burrow from the gun. And the 49ers get there and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Oh, it's a miss. He sent it wide right. And the deficit remains 2 scores.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Breaks another tackle, but the ball's out! The ball is out! And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion left. On second down, here's McCaffrey. Jukes one defender. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go.
Running back sent in motion. First down throw by Purdy. He'll get this to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Second and 3 now. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Cut by Jennings. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. A tight end in motion now. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And they had that one contained right at the line. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. Now Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Kittle. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Purdy to throw. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And they take him down right along the 30.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Let's go now. Let's go.
He'll go. It's McCaffrey. Escapes a defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. Will take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt one play later. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
You're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip.
Gun.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Avoid some trouble there. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Nick Bosa makes the stop.
I'm one, ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow setting to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set. Go.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, this offense has just been in tremendous rhythm. They've been able to stay on schedule. The key about sacks, tackles for loss, negative yards, it totally disrupts the rhythm and the play calling of that coordinator. Let's hope for this defensive sake, if they want to get in any rhythm, well, that's not the last sack of this ball game.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Nice return there, 15 yards gained. And they'll get ready to go on offense.
On 2, ready?
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He completes it in traffic. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. Higgins makes the catch. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Buying some time right. Completes this one to Chase. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So that's halftime here in this one. The 49ers on the road, but currently with the lead. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. His return starts at the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gun.
Now Burrow. Stays upright. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Fights off the pressure. Finds his man, Chase. And this one does not go far.
On 2.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. It's a 38-yard look here. Butker knocks it through. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Kick taken in here at the 17. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The 49ers and this running back headed back out for a new series. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They've got first down from the 31.